Alright, gang. I'm always thinking about these stories, like what I want to actually talk about sometimes on here. When you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, what we gonna do today, whatever. And this was actually on the board. I had actually said something to Make It about it, and she was like, the one with the girl. But I just knew it was 2 mass shootings, and I was like, yo, I know it was one like around Baltimore, and then that, because we did cover a different one. And if you were watching on YouTube, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you don't like what I'm saying, or if you do like what I'm saying, do all that stuff, right? Anyway, but it was one in Baltimore it was like, they said it was some white supremacists, and they shot up like a Black Hood function, and I can't remember nobody getting caught from that. Like, they got away. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. A lot of people don't remember that story. I think it was in like Brooklyn, Baltimore, Brooklyn, Maryland, somewhere, something like that. But and I seen something in Maryland. I'm like, I wonder if, okay. But then Make It was like, yo, the one with the girl. I'm like, with the girl, kind of. I know it was a girl. It's crazy, right? And I thought, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I wonder, like, what would come out of me when it's lights, camera, action time, though. When I'm in front of Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all that, what am I going to say? Especially when it's such a young lady who might have been going through so much trauma and stuff like that, gang.
Fox 853 on the East Coast and 553 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and I'm here to bring you...
I don't know nothing about the homie Josh Breslow, but I feel like he don't even look like he should be on the news. He give me the vibe like we live it. Like, you know how people are like, yo, we living in a simulation. I don't believe none of that. But when I look at him, his ears, just the structure of his face, like, he looked like somebody that could have been like an actor in like a Western cowboy movie type shit, but not going conspiracy, but y'all need to watch out for these AI people out here.
All of your top stories and live events from across the country and across the world. I do want to get back to a story that we were talking about before the break. The latest on a deadly shooting at a religious school in Wisconsin. Court documents now obtained by Fox 6 Milwaukee allege...
Ding, ding, ding. Religious. I think I'm going to do that throughout this.
The shooter, who killed a student and teacher at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison,
Madison, Wisconsin? I think that's where the University of Wisconsin is. I think that Madison, Wisconsin is the capital of Wisconsin. And they said they was at the Martin Luther Valorant King School for the Christian Blind. Alright. It's another ding, ding, ding. Let's go back. Hold on. You sound, gang, you're wild. What you mean? What you mean?
Court documents now obtained by Fox 6 Milwaukee allege the shooter, who killed a student and teacher at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, brought...
My bad. What they call that when you got to go back on it? When you redact the Abundant Life Christian School for the Perseverance of Polar Bears.
2 guns to the school and was in contact with a man over in California who authorities say was planning to attack a government building.
Now, figure the reason they throw that in there because they like, yo, they go through her online stuff at this point. And we got another video coming up where they talking about some of her online history, how she was operating. I don't fully understand how, like, all of our brains function. We think differently. But, bro, we should start, yo. You know how people, when the whole transgender thing going on, is people that were saying like they had like the badges like like him, me, like I was working at Gen Con one time and I think we got the badges things and Medkid had got just her or something. Said her. I think Medkid said her. So you know me, I'm gonna be different. I'm debating, I'm like, yo, Medkid, I think I'm gonna take a them. She like, oh, no, do no them. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna have a them. And I had the them. I put that on my chest. It was like a name tag. Now, boo, why you bring that up? Say, and parents might try to stand in the way of this. And like I said, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth when I'm covering these stories. I do want to get another drink at this point. But should I? Because what kind of truth will I tell, what I say about that? Look, I think that if your kid is, say, like the teachers, the parents, we all got to come together. Like, look, you realize like what level of cognitive functioning your child is dealing with, right? And then the parent like, oh no, Lil Boo is real smart. But Lil Boo not really that smart. He crazy as hell. He is having serious comprehension issues. Was anybody doing drugs during the conception? Whatever, right? I don't know. But at least you get a name tag. You know how people come home from the army and they got all the medals and shit like that? What if we just had niggas wear jackets with like medals on them and shit like this nigga got a 3rd-degree slow belt.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong
oh no!
What's wrong with you?
Yo, you not Magic, you put Magic, you bugging Magic. That me, you, cause you probably like, yeah, he got that 3rd-degree slow belt is crazy. Gotta put that up there. Your kid, if your kid is got the mental kind of functioning to be in touch with somebody online in California, like some weirdo old dude, and that old dude convinces them to do like, bro, and if anybody think that that's Spooky McDookie, she go to the let us have your soul faith. What I be the Lutheran.
2 guns to the school and paid by Fox 6 Milwaukee.
The Abundant Life
the shooter
Christian
who killed a student and teacher
Elementary
at Abundant
for
Life
youngsters.
Christian School in Madison brought 2 guns to the school and was in contact with a man over in California who authorities say was planning to attack a government building.
In the name of the Lord.
This is not okay. This is not okay. This simply will not do. And this is not okay. And I'm not good with this.
Yo. Gang. And this is a young lady.
Police were still investigating why the 15-year-old student shot and killed a fellow student and teacher Monday before then turning the gun on herself. 2 other students who were shot remained in critical condition at last check, while 4 others suffered injuries that were not deemed to be life-threatening.
And yo, man, I got a question. Yo, I mean, you on some social media sites, they be like, oh, people like, oh, you may be going too far. You probably shouldn't have said this, or you probably should have said, but wait. Imagine if say this young girl felt like she might have been not attractive by society standards, or she might have had the big girl action with the stuff on the back of her arms that jiggle when she doing regular stuff like looking for keys.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You niggas are crazy.
Look, right? Y'all know I'm with the church. Yo, what this shirt say? This shirt say, this shirt say, Faith Research Group, Jesus Jerking You Records. Nigga, the Faith Research Group, look. I understand. I get the whole shit. Or if people, look, let me say this first before we go on. If people don't like the metal thing or the cause I mean be easy identifiable, especially if we give them like bright yellow glow in the dark like patches and shit like that. Get them patched up, cause some people might need more than one patch. This one here is slow and aggressive. And depending on how many they had will be just easily identifiable. So we can switch up like, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could do, like, now I want to say beads. like, we could do like bead patterns and shit, or we can figure out different ways to just alert the public that this person might not deserve to have the same privileges because they may be more easily, things of that nature.
Madison's police chief says, quote, "We may never know what she was thinking that day, but we'll do our best to try to add or give as much information to the public as possible."
Alright, now, hold on. Now, I ain't gonna lie. And let me tell you something, right? When I was in jail, dudes really dislike this lady. Always be dudes talking mad trash about her. But now, like, since I ain't been to jail in a while long, and like I ain't with that shit, and like I said, I call the cops on when y'all trying to touch. I call the cops on some of y'all. Man, listen, I'll turn the kid in. Yo, you giving me them vibes. I'll turn you in, right? I don't care, man. I'm for the people. I love America. Now, when I was in prison, dudes hated her, but she was always on. Dudes be watching. But if you remember, like, because it was like big cases, like it was like the guy that shot the kids in Florida with the music, the other Trayvon Martin in Florida, like she was like, you know, Nancy Grace B. So, but lately I like Nancy Grace and all that, man. I even start to think that I'm saying like she a cute old white lady, and that may be because like my living circumstances things have changed in my life. So you're saying my living circumstances, I'm like, man, like what will I do for money? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, man, like nah, son, because I swear to God, but she like a British bulldog. Yo, her hairstylist do not be putting her on. Her hairstylist do not be putting her on. You put on what?
Has an accomplice been identified? Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
A Wisconsin school is met with tragedy. A 15-year-old
student
armed with a 9mm handgun shoots a student and a teacher dead.
She wasn't even a big girl. Because I was thinking in my head, too, like, what if the dude told her, like, oh, we're going to give you all these young virgin dudes when you go to heaven. Nobody should be offended by that. We know that's a real thing. Like, that humans are telling other humans this type of shit all the time. Yo, listen, man. It took it to school and went full King Von up in that bench.
What's wrong with you?
What, nigga?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
And injuring 6 others.
Who is this girl? Just 15 years old, going down in the history
Hey, yo,
book?
y'all feel like if I start, you feel like if I start talking like that my channel will blow up? Who is this guy? This Dave Blunt's guy. Shout out to Dave Blunt's. Fuck it, man. And if anybody's seen that video and y'all felt like we was going too hard on Dave Blunt's, remember a lot of that inside information about him not being able to go to Costco's and things of that nature came from that kid.
As one of the very few female school shooters, what possessed a
Female
teen girl
school
to have an
shooters?
obsession with dark and morbid, even gruesome websites?
2 other people have died. That died were
A teen girl to have an obsession with dark and morbid, even gruesome websites. What, if anything, did her parents know?
Yo, she a regular girl, like little girl, right? Like what happened? That picture made me feel sad right there. It did. Nah,
As law
man.
enforcement desperately seeks a motive for a horrific school shooting at a private Christian school. Take a listen to Police Chief
Private
Sean
Christian school. Ding, 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 ding.
Barnes.
today at 10:57 a.m. Our team was called to the Abundant Life Christian School in reference to an active shooter. We know that 3 people are dead, including the suspect shooter. We know that the suspect shooter was a teenage student who attended the school. 2 other people have died. That died were a teacher and a teenage student. 6 other people were injured. 2 students.
I do not believe that the parents groomed her into violence.
I
That's
don't
what
think so
you
either.
just said.
No.
I don't think that's a shooter that featured. It's graphic. It's upsetting. It's people getting shot to death, run over, killed, beheaded.
So that's a social media spot that she be on. So when she look, that's her algorithm. Look all day like this little girl, like. And I don't doubt that at some point throwing sauce on it. My way, I don't care. She try to show like her. You know how like people do weird shit and sometimes we are pretending that we don't see it or we don't get what's going on. Like that shit happens all across the board, bro. People stay pretending they don't recognize the weird shit going on.